Hello again. Now, the country is in desperate need of exemplary leadership. That's the view of the newly elected South African Communist Party's General Secretary, Mapaila. He was addressing delegates at the Central Committee meeting of trade union SACTAWU in Cape Town earlier today. My colleague Monique Motlok following that story for us. She's joining us now live from our studios in Cape Town. Good afternoon, Monique. Welcome to Today. Thank you very much for your time. Mapaila, not mincing his words today when he was speaking about the lack of leadership in the country. What exactly did he say?
Definitely not. And if you'll remember, Dan, this isn't the first time that Mapaila has been quite vocal about what he thinks about the leaders of this country. If you'll remember, a couple of years ago, he was just as outspoken during former President Jacob Zuma's tenure when he spoke out against the then president. And this time around, he shared similar sentiments when addressing hundreds of delegates at SACTAWU's Central Committee meeting. Mapaila basically used the analogy that the current national liberation movement led by the ANC is like an aeroplane where the pilot is either sleeping or drinking coffee, and that by the time the pilot realizes that the aeroplane is in trouble, that it's hurtling to the ground, that by that time it's too late. And this analogy used basically to say that currently we don't have appropriate leadership leading the country. And he was also speaking about how the ANC has failed in its quest to renew itself and to build that unity. And he said that one of his first tasks as the newly elected General Secretary of the SACP is to drive that campaign for renewal, for the revitalization of the ANC, and also for the SACP in trying to get that unity building. Let's just take a listen.
And by the way, this renewal is not just about structural renewal. We're talking about renewal of content, of the liberation ideals of the movement, recommitment to the mass base, to the needs of the people as the foundation of the renewal. The leadership is a secondary issue in this regard, in the process of the renewal. So it's a grounds-up movement. It's not just a change of leaders, but we don't change the conduct of leaders. So the renewal is a thoroughgoing issue that the movement must embark on. We have also indicated that in order for the renewal process to succeed, the leadership must give a sense of new example to society. That example that can give an impetus or encourage the current leadership to reorganize society anew. I must indicate we remain to be floundering on this question of example, of leadership.
Not mincing his word indeed there, Monique. Did Mapaila say anything about the failing state-owned companies, the SOEs, and what role trade union federations and the Communist Party that he's now heading can play in turning things around?
Yes, in fact, he said that load shedding is one of the biggest crises facing South Africa at the moment. He says the energy crisis is impacting especially the working class and the unemployed here in South Africa. And this is something that he says that government needs to urgently implement interventions. And he says that trade union federations like SACTAWU, like COSATU, play a crucial role in applying that pressure, because he says it's the workers, the working class, that are the ones at the heart of providing services, the production of goods. It's the workers that work at the power stations. He made that example. And it's the workers themselves that can apply this pressure on government to sort out these issues urgently. He also spoke about how parastatals like SAA has been failing, and what this means for the country, and just what needs to be done to from government side to cushion the blow for workers and for the country as a whole. Let's just take a listen.
They can tell you where all diamonds are in the world, majority of diamonds, in terms of exploration work. So they already divert investment to those areas. They will tell you where gold is, where the new gold is emerging. They send money there for investment. Sometimes they do it very easy. With poor countries like us, for instance, when we were discussing the sale of SAA, the sale that we never agreed to, of SAA, because our people in government, not that they are that stupid, I believe, but they were thinking that we are that stupid. Comrade President, they were thinking that we are that stupid. You know, I can tell you, today's aeroplanes, when they fly over your area, they've got capacity to map the area. When they reach that destination, you can upload what they've mapped up and study that. You can actually even study minerals. So they deny us the right to put that machinery or that technology in our planes, and we put planes from other countries. Those countries, they come and fly all over our country and so forth, map everything. Tomorrow they come and just simply say, no, we want to buy this farm here.